monsters. Some of them deserve to be destroyed, contained, and villainized to the fullest. Real life or fiction. But a lot of monsters, even then, are misunderstood, misguided, and put through hell to become the creatures that they later on become. Two of the characters I'm going to be talking about are good examples of that. With Leatherhead from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, my favorite verses, in Pacific, the 2012 version, the greatest version of this character in my opinion, and Killer Croc, in Pacific, the comics, but also another character within the matter of being a mistreated and misunderstood ruffian. Both characters are very interesting and defined to me. And in today's video, as you see by the title, we're going to be talking about who will win the fight. 2012 Leatherhead are consistent, DC, now Killer Croc. I hope you guys will enjoy this video, taking consideration the fact that again, we're talking about two different meta versions of characters, a multi-case and meta form of different things to talk about with them. You guys obviously weren't here for a whole complete history thing, so it's time to go and talk about these two banger characters, and time to go and get into it.
Give me head, give me head, give me head, give me head. Give me head, give me head, give me head. Bad bitch, and she finna, she wanna come and just, I don't wanna fuck just, yeah, all of these niggas are hating on me, but it's been one of, yeah, his mama, keep your clothes on and yeah, all of these niggas ain't told me to walk on the motherfucking beat, I ran, I blow the shit up, let me get my ran, that's if I'm to go like, bitch, I am, so his bitch, and I slam this bitch like a motherfucking slave, the minute she saw me, you know that she flash, she fucking with me cause she know I'm a head, G-L-O-U-P, they wanna be like me, can't walk my session, it's VIP, I'm so high up, can't be where I be, like don't try us a D-I-E.
Leatherhead was once a nothing but a baby crocodile in the hands of a good-hearted boy, in his own words, basically. And this gentle boy loved Leatherhead, and Leatherhead loved him back. But his parents were level 99 dick riders, and they didn't like the fact that their son had a baby crocodile in their house. So eventually, they took him away from his boy under his nose, I think, and put him in the toilet and flushed him down the toilet. But in the mix of being found in the sewers, he was found by Krang and experimented on, mutating him, torturing him in different forms, making him this big block, fucking 8-foot tall, big ass crocodile. And eventually, after setting up his plan under the nose of Krang, as this man Leatherhead is a lot more smarter than people take him for when he wants to, and so our sledgehammer in the shed with some sharpness was able to escape and rip motherfuckers apart, and escape with the case of one of their different ways to go ahead and transport people and themselves to different matter of worlds. Pretty much their teleporting power source, their generator, I guess you could say. And eventually met up with the turtles in the mix of him escaping. Made an ally of Michelangelo and was friends with them. But the thing is, because of the mutations, just the fact that Leatherhead is obviously a crocodile and has killer instinct running through him, has an inner demon, in this case himself, where he pretty much gets in this bloodlusted, white-eyed death stone, I'm the guy who will told you not to worry about activity. And so, this man, Leatherhead, has a way to be on one, but at the same time, this takes away any sense in him, and it's just all in the fight sense. He pretty much gets the doomsday extinctual means of killing. And so with that being said, Leatherhead being friend to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Leo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, our iconic four heroines, will be a hero kind of to them and join up with the team of the Freakazoids, or whatever the case, the TMT 2012 verse team of the outcast mutants that can do good and unfortunately were turned into mutants against their own will in this case, but are to the general public stamped more as freaks than the count of the turtles, because the turtles get mythicized the same sense of heroes of the knights. These niggas are abominations to the general public in NYC. They're literally the definition of NYC is a GTA lobby, the most wildest shit. He would join that team and be a hero there, fight with the turtles here and there, stuff like that. General history. Now, for the time of that, he would obviously do some crazy cool shit with this being said. It's my favorite from his personality, his voice, the way he does shit, his relationship with Mikey, his design, and I just love his interactions with her characters. He's just a very cool character. Leatherhead is the GOAT. But for the case of his feats, with this being said, he's stronger than all the turtles physically. He's able to rival multi-case matter of Krang bots, rip them to shreds, break through brick walls and concrete, wreck cars, wreck multi case of matter of people, scaling in the tick of that small building S scale from different calcs and capabilities. Was able to get his ass beat by the Shredder, right, and get fodderized and knocked out, but was still holding a little bit of his own when it came down to the case of overpowering and fighting. He obviously would be getting slapped around by the case of someone like Master Splinter. But Master Splinter obviously being a very passive, stoic, more considerably of a pacifist in this verse, considerably, even though he's not afraid to go ahead and throw hands. Master Splinter ain't no bitch. This man was able to walk away from the ass being considerably the most fucking what was his fucking name? I forgot his name in this case for this one kung fu movie. I'm not thinking of like a motherfucker like Mr. Han, aka Jackie Chan. I forgot another motherfucking name. I forgot his name. Shit, I forgot his name. I had this in mind. I'm not gonna cut this out. But if y'all have ever seen the case of the kung fu movie that's been accounted to have the best matter of fight scene, pretty much Master Splinter did that to him, but off-brand version without all the case of the killer intent. So yeah, I mean, he's been pretty consistently on the low small building to easily small building plus scale with all the record of him fighting, and is a beast when he needs to, because obviously his personality doesn't go full killer intent, but as a big ass crocodile having Sawbeck levels of iconic craze, cracked out counter strength. This man has been stamping his foot down multiple times over on the means to be killing without no case of matter of care of whatever happens to these motherfuckers. So he consistently, even though not being as dummy bloodlusted as he was when he first showed up, because of him being on rage mode, he can considerably multiple times stand on that, and with him being bloodlusted would still be in the same matter of tier. He would just show a great deal of growth in the capabilities of a killing crazed crackhead like Crocodile, and multiple times again being on that small building plus scale has showcased the capabilities of that durability, obviously, because Newton's third law, what you output is the same thing that you have to scale to, and just striking a great deal of the cutthroat bars and pillar of might feel that you would be used to with him. Now with speed though is a kind of shaky thing. He's able to just run through lasers of multiple things. None of the weapons that Krang has consistently has hurt him. None of the Teenage Turtles could actually hurt him. None could penetrate his dick hide except for a preparated case thing that laid a scar, but he has like a half stasis of regeneration. None to see a full healing factor, but give him some time, he'll be able to lick up his wounds without needing to actually full lick his wounds, if you know what I mean. And he's just a beast pretty much. So I would say, like, depending on how you perceive it, he doesn't necessarily have any strong speed feats, but I would say considerably he would scale depending on how you perceive the record of the laser and then the kind of things that he's been through. He'd be scaling in the hypersonic to relativistic scale. I think it's fine enough to say that he's on a relativistic scale, because again, pushing through these lasers, speeding them, scaling to Ninja Turtles, who multiple times dodge lasers, so it's easy scaling from there. So I would say easily relativistic is a solid scale for Leatherhead, what is being said. But yeah, that's pretty much Leatherhead, what is being said. Time to go ahead and talk about Killer Croc. Waylon Jones, Killer Croc. Guy, your girlfriend told you not to worry about the Batman verse. Don't worry about the screenshot, we're still talking about the comics. Waylon Jones has multiple case of origins, but the consistent / original base default form origin is that Waylon Jones was a boy with an unfortunate case of skin disease that made him more reptilian and made him a semi-case of mutant with a considerable disease in real life that acts in this way, but not to this stinging factor where he pretty much gets more and more dehumanized and becomes more and more monstrous and obviously alligator-esque, right? More than considerably crocodile. As Waylon Jones more and more aged, this man would become a big motherfucker, and hybrid credit of being this big ass mutant on one case of behemoth. He would use this stuff to scare people into money laundering, running the streets like a big old bully. And because of the fact he couldn't find no normal job because of this skin disease, and just the fact that he's not a normal person, this man would start running the streets and become a goon for people. Killer Croc, because of him being mad at the world and being ashamed of his skin disease and being just a mad big Brock motherfucker, would take this to new heights and more so work for people and become a semi-case matter of grade A thug, laundering multi-case matter of money and people under his control and running the case of the underground parts of Gotham with an iron fist, I guess you could say, more like the case of sharp iron teeth, like shit. And this man living under the streets of Gotham and the sewers would eventually get the eye of the Batman. You already know how it goes. Batman, for good case of matter, deception, efficiency in the case of ways to go ahead and make a motherfucker big as the Croc fall harder than ever, defeats him. And he become a multi-case matter of problem for Bruce in ways of trickery, brute strength, for just the pure fact that obviously as an adversary, a part of this man Bruce's rogues gallery would just be a terror. He would get bigger and bigger as time comes, but wouldn't necessarily become like how the Arkham games would take him, where this motherfucker is ginormous! Pause. He would get to the size of, like, I don't fucking know, a fucking truck, literally and figuratively, and just be a bastion of might multiple times over. And because of his reptilian disease and just the pure fact that insanity would come over and he would more and more crickle into ways of demonic stances of terror, he would find fondness and liking to human flesh and eat unordinarily in the case of humans, with a mix of cannibalism and stitch of also just devouring creatures that are not normal. This man would be a terror. He would be able to do things like no general motherfucker with the disease because of how much of big cracking at this man's anatomy and just physiology, if that's even the right saying. And so, with this being said, this allows him sharp claws, sharp razor sharp teeth, thick ass hide. And looking back on the recording, so long, I almost said thick ass hide. I didn't think I meant to say that with the case of an example, or even actually saying that, right? So I don't know how, and I wouldn't, right? It's a weird saying, but I see on the screen, multi case matter of the shots, this man's skin would allow him to take multiple punches from Batman and still keep going, face multiple different versions of the Robins, be able to be impenetrable against bullets, rocket launchers, multiple case of firearms. This man is impenetrable, damn near, burst through solid concrete, brick walls, break open the ground into sewers. He can swim underwater for a very long time. He lives under the water like shit, so it's not surprising, right? And this man, Killer Croc, has showcased multiple occasions of being able to wreck multi-case of building structures, cars, rip a truck in half, slam Batman through things, damn near eat through the case of his technology and stuff, flip the Batmobile, and has been on the measurement height of brawling out multi-case of people to be on the large building scope, possibly from a high end, but consistently is a small building plus the building level case a matter of individual. And more would slowly pan into trying to redeem himself because of Killer Croc feeling down his luck with shit, feeling depressed, more and more seeing that this shit isn't for him. And so you kind of have a pseudo thing going on with him as him being, you know, bullied and treated bad his entire life, forcing that he can never control, would turn him to bad. But because of obviously a lot of that out-of-pocket stuff that he has done in his life to get money or make a point, has turned to that extent. So it kind of has been a similar case with Leatherhead, where, you know, he has this brutal killer instinct inside of him that makes him bridge on the means of evil almost. But like Leatherhead, where it's just an obvious thing he cannot control, and even in 2012 he semi-controls it, he gets some stability. Killer Croc, just a mad lad, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this man, Killer Croc, is a motherfucker out of Birmingham, okay? Like, he's just not generally a cool nigga in most occasions, so yeah. But besides, his character and mix, the feats as already talked about, with the AP and durability for his speed, again, he runs through shit like Leatherhead, but has the capability to scale to different people at some occasions, take their blows, go back at them with it and stuff. And these people have, bridged on massively hypersonic to relativistic scale a lot more strongly and relativistic than, considerably Leatherhead. But I would say they're pretty confidently even in speed, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would say that. There's a lot of grace in the matter for them being even, as obviously I wouldn't make this fight if it wasn't even considerably, but, there's a chance where, I just have to go ahead and make it clear what the shit is, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, pretty much it when it comes down to Killer Croc. Time to go and talk about how the fight will actually go. So, conclusion, after taking it in, re-looking over the Kiss of Matters from the fights, from the Kiss of Comics, Killer Croc, in the show, I think in conclusion, if you equal the stats and you really try to have both of these big-ass creatures fight each other in the sewers in New York City, it could even be in Pacific Matter in the battle zone, the Kiss Matter, the lab, the TMT, aka the home, what is being said, and be a strong sense of something. But I think that all around Killer Croc will pull the dub, and it's just the fact that there's a lot more consistency on someone like Killer Croc to upwing someone like Leatherhead, not on speed, but on the case of AP/durability, as Killer Croc has been more strongly in the lineup between the case of small building to building level, while someone like Leatherhead has been simply just small building plus. And again, like I said at the start of this, to restate my statement, it's a case of matter of either thinking and looking about different things. I think you really try to go strengthen both to that same kind of bar, right? From the wank sense, even though Leatherhead is not as consistent, that you can have it be even, and it's equal in the stats in general will be good. But I feel like Killer Croc gets the dub because of fighting more people with better matter of experience capabilities, better matter of AP consistently, and just in general has been able to here and there tag and take the case of the blows more consistently better than, for instance, Leatherhead, as he always gets minked up by someone stronger, more skilled than him. And even though Killer Croc damn near is the same, there's a lot more keen strength that Killer Croc shows more consistently than the case of Leatherhead, because Leatherhead simply is not in that same bar. I also think just experience, more viciousness, more keen on the means to cut a motherfucker to pieces with his claws and get on one, that Killer Croc will be able to have some fucking crocodile soup at the end of this fight. I just feel like he's a lot more consistently shown to be on that capability. I understand, one's from a kids show, mix at the same time, in character Croc. But if it was bloodlusted, I feel like Killer Croc has shown a lot more strongness on the killer side. And anytime someone like Leatherhead has, it has been against fodder, people who don't have any scaling or don't really have any true strength against him to really be banging out. At least with Killer Croc, there's been cases where he's been able to push aside some members of the Bat family, face their greater common people in the Suicide Squad, had different accounts and statements to be even to this and this person, and simply, in conclusion, the count of not actually, if you try to go in school about actually scaling both of them evenly with equal stats, simply Killer Croc is just way more durable than him, and even with equal stats, I feel like he's taken more to say that he's durable than the case of like Leatherhead. So yeah, I mean, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one that was very into the matter of making. I hope you guys have enjoyed some Winter Kiss Man versus battles you'd like me to do in the next one. Some of you guys thought of this one, whatever the case may be. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said before, like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever the case may be. Love y'all. Peace, I'm Armin.